You cannot build a great team if your manager is average.
Hello and welcome. If you're feeling stuck, stop wishing for something to start. Now is the time to get to work on turning things around and creating the best life you can have. Grant Cardone is an internationally renowned sales trainer, and as the best-selling author of the 10K Rule and If You're Not First, You're Last, his training company provides Fortune 500 companies, small businesses, and entrepreneurs with an interactive sales training platform.
The guy that was at Pizza Hut and now he got in the mortgage business, he can't make $700 grand anymore, can he?
He has single-handedly built a massive real estate empire valued at around $900 million. And he knows just about better than anyone that it's about doing and it's about action. Not words, worrying, or wishes, but action. Grant has been in business for over 35 years and has had the opportunity to learn this lesson the hard way. But he is where he is today because he took risks, made difficult decisions, and put in the time. Setting goals is a big part of creating success for yourself and being able to live your best life.
You know, you're a startup guy like me, you can't spend that kind of money, but you can get really creative with things like that.
If you want to do more than wish for something to start, you have to incorporate the 4 core components of personal achievement into your life. Desire, want to be the best. Determination, need to be the best. Dedication, commit to be the best. Drive, be obsessed with being the best. To live up to your full potential, you must continue to grow. This requires you to work on yourself every day. To be successful, you have to keep yourself motivated.
You lose deals, you don't like your clients. You actually have clients that you'd like to get rid of.
Look, if you want to be in business for yourself and free, you must learn to dominate. You cannot compete, okay? How many were trained this? Competition is a healthy thing. That message was not being delivered to entrepreneurs. That message was being delivered to consumers. There was somebody saying, look, the more oil companies we have, the better, because it's good for the customer.
You know, when I got into the training business for the automobile industry, they don't care about your story. They're 30 years old, talking to guys 50 years old, and I just drop right into the content. Like, I'm like, here's how you close the deal. This is what you say. And my content was so rich and original at that time, which was a mistake for me, by the way, because I had Verdi, he's doing he was feeding like the Republicans just feed the red meat and the Democrats just feed whatever their base wants. He was smart enough to like, I'm just gonna give them what they want. I'm gonna just be the old country guy saying meet, greet, qualify, land them on the car. And here I'm saying, hey, dude, that is broken and it doesn't work for the best people. The great salesmen don't do any of that. I was trying to sell something no one wanted, even though I was right. Like, this took me 30 years to understand. Just because you're right and just because you're passionate about something doesn't mean the marketplace wants it. I'm looking for compliance, not intelligence. You know, like we had a board meeting, we had a conference, we had created a little conference room. Every time I'd pass by it, I'm like, this room pisses me off so much. Every time I walk in there, there's somebody at the conference table, 4, 5, 6 guys talking. The more they had meetings, our stats were doing this.
I think I'm in the game, okay? I'm in the game. I think when I'm in my game completely and like on purpose and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm most alive. I'm youngest at those moments. You know, I know people that knew me 20 years ago and they're like, dude, you're actually look younger and act younger than you were 20 years. Because I'm in the game. I'm in the game of change and expansion means life, really. It means to live. If you look up the word live or life as a physics term, it means to expand. If you look up expand, it means to grow and change. And when I'm in that part of the cycle, then I'm rejuvenating something. And I know, if you know older guys are like, oh, I'm not going to check into that. I don't need to do that. And they're on the end of their cycle and they start showing it in their face, in their life, and their kids. And so I'm still in the create. I just want to be in the game. I mean, I've participated in the downward cycle and I know how it made me feel, and I just want to avoid those feelings. So I like feeling good. I like feeling youthful. I like the excitement. I like the fear. You know, I like the edge. I like finding people saying, man, the way you opened this video was wrong. See, I like that. Like, I need to find that edge to experience life.
The only time I was good at sales was when there was urgency on my part. Like, I had to sell it. Like, I sold
Furniture, I was terrible. I got fired. I was sold clothes. I was fired from that job. There was one other job. I think it was a refinery job. I lost that. I lost 6 jobs. But the only time that I ever sold anything successfully was a bunch of fish that we had caught. Hundreds and hundreds of them. I was on a supply boat, New Orleans, Louisiana, off the coast. I was doing 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. I was helping the cook. That was my job, right? It was a total labor boat. 3 of us on the boat. We'd bring supplies out to the oil rigs. I've never told this story. And one day we dropped lines over the boat in about 120 foot of water. And we would drop lines and it would have 120 foot line, not a fishing pole, a line, a rope, dude, with like 80 hooks on it. Then you go over there and you pull up 60 fish. We catch, I don't know, 300 or 400 fish. We couldn't even keep them all. Snapper about this big. So I tell the guys, I'm like, hey guys, can I have your fish? I mean, we can't eat it all. So we put it on ice. And on the way home, when we came in like 8 days later, I stopped door to door. This is how I started my career. Door to door,